And well, hello there everyone, and welcome to my channel, Silver Cabin. And I just want to say that by the time I post this, there's a possibility that we would have reached about 1,000 subscribers, or I would have reached 1,000 subscribers, because it's really just me. But I'm saying we because, everybody else that's chiming in and saying hello. And that's pretty exciting to me. I like that idea, 1,000 subscribers, right? Granted that I think about 5 or 10 of them is like, one of them is my mom for sure. The other one's my dad. The other one's probably some friends that I know. But they do watch my stuff, because that's one of the reasons why I started this little channel. I actually didn't think I would end up on YouTube, on the YouTubes, you know what I mean? I started my van build because it was one of the things I wanted to do. It was at the beginning of COVID, when they told everybody, oh, there's this really bad thing happening, COVID virus, and everyone's got to stay all locked up. So I started building things out. I had a no build at first, and that progressed into where it is today, where it is right now. I'm not completely done yet, but I think I'm close to where I want to be. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with the roof. I really want to sort of add a little more ambiance to it, right? But I also don't want to overdo it. But I'll probably do something on the roof. And I don't want to lose too much height. I mean, like, look at me, like, I'm not a tall guy, so it's already kind of like there's not a whole lot of, headroom up here. But we'll see. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something that I think for me would be pretty cool and aesthetic. So that's where I'm at. So, well, yes, I was talking about subscribers. So by the time I post this, there's probably going to be about 1,000 subscribers, and I'm really happy about that, because it was one of the goals that I had last year, or when I posted one of my first set of videos in November. I said, I'd like to get 1,000 subscribers, just as a goal, because you need goals. You need a goal to score. You know that expression, right? And that was one of my goals. Now, is it all important, all encompassing that I get 1,000 subscribers or no? Well, not really. I've done over 60 videos, and I like making the videos. I'm honing my skills. I'm learning a lot. If you look at my old videos, it's a very different approach. Even in terms of my presentation, I'm becoming a bit more comfortable, and that's another reason why I want to do this. I want to be a little more comfortable in front of the camera. I want to be a bit more comfortable in terms of how I'm presenting information. That's important to me. And in terms of just how this whole thing is flowing through, it's also like a record or documentation of my build and how it's progressed. I have a fitness account, and I don't know, some of you may already know this, but I used to weigh about, get this, 300 pounds. Yeah, exactly. Think about that, 300 pounds. And I'm not, again, it's a weird concept when I think about it. But what I did do was, when I created my fitness account, was I documented, the whole Instagram thing, what I ate, the exercises, posting progress pics. I also had people who helped me to stay accountable. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, it's a way to keep record of what's going on and the progression. And when I look back, okay, I sometimes wonder, during my fitness journey, I would get kind of like discouraged, but when I look back, I'm thinking, wow, I've gone this far, I can keep going forward. The van build is another thing. I've seen how my van build has progressed, and I'm really happy about that. So those are little things that I want to do with the YouTube. The other thing is, I want to be able to share the information that I learned. I think some of the stuff that I've done can be helpful to some people in terms of what I've learned from it. On the opposite side, when I do post stuff, someone will say something like, hey, Silver Cabin, James, right? You may want to try this instead. For example, a clear example that was really, I'm just going to change this for a bit. Okay. There you go, that's better. Okay, so a clear example was when I added my shore power to my van build. And shore power is a fairly simple concept. The idea is you have sort of like a receptacle where you could plug in from an external source, for example, a you know, from a house plug, right? An outlet, you plug it in and you plug it into the van, and then the power that you're getting from the outlet you can use in your van. So it's, the idea is, you know, short power. Anyway, so the screws that I had used to sort of secure the little receptacle were actually started to rust, which is really kind of strange. The screws that were provided started to rust. So somebody had said, well, you know, you could just use stainless steel screws. And I'm thinking, that makes sense. You know, like, you know, I didn't think of it. So little things like that. So you show what you've got, right? You tell them how you did something, and then someone may be able to give a suggestion. And a lot of the times, you know, that's moved again. A lot of the times, that's one way you can learn how to do these things. I'm gonna try not to break my phone here. Hold on. That's a little better. There we go. Yeah, so that's one reason. So that was another reason why I started my channel was, you know, I wanted to share the information. And along the way, I've been able to get into some good discussions and conversations with some of you. I really like the comments, because they make me think about a particular part of my build or how I did something, and okay, that makes sense. Well, you know, I never thought of it that way. So there's just sort of like this interaction happening, and that's very cool to me. I think that's wonderful. And there's a number of you who have regularly contacted me or have discussed things with me online in terms of the comment section, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much for that. So I mentioned it before, by the time I post this, I'm probably going to be at around 1,000 subscribers, but maybe not. I think last time I checked, I'm just doing this video now, I was at around, I think, 992 or 991. So in other words, it's going to be inevitable. Now, at some point, you know, someone may unsubscribe, and that's okay. And that's the next part I sort of want to get into was, it's great to have 1,000 subscribers, because it opens up some opportunities for me in terms of this thing called monetization. But it's actually not that simple. There's other parts to the equation, to the YouTube equation, in terms of monetization, basically making a few bucks, that a lot of people don't know about. It's not like all of a sudden, oh, you got 1,000 subscribers and you're making YouTube videos, oh, you're going to be on some yacht somewhere. No, it doesn't work that way. If I can get enough money for a cup of coffee, it'll be fantastic. So, you know, there are other ways to make money. And if I were trying to use this platform to make money, I don't think I'd be too much of a success at it. I think for me, it's something that I actually enjoy doing, you know, allowing my friends and myself and others to sort of take a look where this is going. And it's a lot of fun for me. And the day it stops being fun is probably going to be the day that I'm going to say, hey guys, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be posting too much anymore, because it's no longer fun. But at the same time, there's going to be some kind of development. There's going to be some kind of, I don't know, transformation. And that's where I can relate to that with my fitness transformation, transformation of my own personal life in terms of, you know, my relationships, my personal life. There's always going to be changes and transformation in how you work with it, how you deal with it, has a great bearing on how things are going to turn out. So the number one thing is, when things do happen, you know, there's one thing you can always do that it's almost like 100% that it's always going to work out in your favor, and that's being kind. And I think if you're kind to somebody, if you're being kind in a situation, it helps out a lot. And I've personally experienced this from other people who are very kind to me, and it just changes everything. It changes the equation to something from like something maybe very stressful or anxious to something quite beautiful. And yeah, being kind, be nice, be kind. I think that's a huge deal, especially in this world. Boy, I didn't think I was going to get into this sort of like philosophical thing where, yeah, be kind and everything. So, yeah, so that's it. I'm going to stop rambling. What I will say is thank you very much if you recently subscribed. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Okay, one thing that like drove my numbers up was another YouTuber named Caravan Carolyn. Okay, I at first I thought it was Caravan Caroline, but it's Caravan Carolyn, and she had suggested my YouTube channel and talked a bit about my van build and what I'm doing, and a number of you, and thank you very much and welcome again, sort of joined up, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Carolyn, thank you very much. Thank you for the props and everything. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, and I think that's it. There's not much else I want to talk about. Oh, there are things I want to talk about, but not at this time. I just wanted to get a video out there and talk about the 1,000 subscribers that I might possibly have when I post this, or maybe 1,000 minus 5 or 10. Doesn't matter. I'm pretty close, and I'm happy about it. Guys, this is it. I just want to let you know we're done. Video's pretty much done. And again, if you like the video, please like it. If you think it's worthy, please subscribe. Tell your friends. There might be some information here that might be beneficial for you or people you know. And if you have any questions about the van build and how I did some stuff, don't be shy. Just chime in. I don't bite. If I will reply as fast as I can. Granted, I do work full time, so I'm not always available. So, and I do other gigs as well. So if you have a question, chime in. And thank you very much. Oh, remember, you're awesome. Bye-bye. And there you have it. Please support my channel by commenting and subscribing. It's free and it can help you with your own tiny home build, as I will be giving out free tips and tricks on how you can make it happen. And if you believe someone else may benefit, please share the video of my curated playlist.